Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
Long before she met Doug Emhoff, she dated some prominent men, including in 2001, former talk show host Montel Williams. Back then, he was the famous one and had to introduce her to the paparazzi.
A corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she fucked her way to the top.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time. Oh, Lord. They used to detail this witch in the LA Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody trying to get up. She used to be a frat hoe when she was at Howard. And she ain't black. You know, I ain't got to do this, Miss Harris. No, I mean, well, don't, but she's I don't know, I'm just listening. Well, here's the thing. I actually met her father.
Damn!
She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way. Bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you were in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not. And worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that. And the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
So they understand that it will look really bad if they do not lean in to saying that they really do want Kamala. But even that feels a bit performative to me. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm starting to see articles creep out and they seem like attacks on Kamala. Again, if we can go into our time machine and go back to 2020, well, every time that someone tried to interject the truth about Kamala, which is that she slept her way to the top.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
It's a fact. She was with some 6-year-old man, got her start in the political career, and they would go, oh my gosh, how dare you say this? That's so sexist. Well, then suddenly on July 6th, the Daily Mail actually published a headline about the fact that Kamala Harris was, thoughting through life. And they basically said she got her political start, her political upstart, because she was dating this guy, Willie, can't think of his last name right now. And he was married and he was in his 60s and Kamala Harris was just a spring chicken.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
And that is how she entered the political scene. So she was not somebody who was a part of their ecosystem, but they tapped her in 2020 because they were like, oh, like the thing that we always say is that look at the Republican Party, it's so white and there's no diversity. And how are we going to be able to say that if we're running Joe Biden, who has been extraordinarily wealthy his entire life and whose son is becoming extraordinarily wealthy while smoking crack simply because he's doing dirty deals in Ukraine? So what are we going to do? We're going to hire Kamala Harris. We're going to select Kamala Harris to be the vice president. And he's the only person I can think of. And then we can sell. I know that when she was sworn into Congress, she was talking about how she's an Indian, but we'll just sell the people, like, forget the Indian side. Like, now she's back to black. And the streets are talking, ha, 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 ha. And that's what they did. So that is the only reason that Kamala Harris, they literally did not have another person that they felt could be the vice president and allow them to use the isms. You don't like her, you're a sexist. You don't think that she's amazing, you're a misogynist, deep-seated misogyny. You don't want this ticket to win. Is it because Kamala Harris is black? Kinda. I feel like it is. It's because you're a racist. So they just needed her to do the thing.
Delusional girl math.
Man, they got me fucked up. I wouldn't dare vote for no black bitch. Now, listen, I was raised by black women. I got a grandmother, I got black sisters, but I wouldn't dare put no black woman in no motherfucking position of the White House. The commander-in-chief of the military, a black woman. Not only that, a mixed black bitch married to a white man. Her pH balance is way off with that white dick. Man, you can't make me believe. Hell no. This man, Kamala Harris got a white boy. Her pH balance is off and her mental stability got to be off. A hoe would have thrown off pH balance unless she's sneaking and fucking a nigga. Now, if she's sneaking and fucking a nigga, then we might can let her be vice president. But there's no way. America, I'd rather for black people to go back to slavery than let a black woman run this goddamn country. Don't do it. Say, listen, man, I'm against anything with a black woman running shit. Motherfucker, bitch, you get your ass back in that bedroom and in the kitchen. But the White House, America, we can't do this here now. Hell no. Hell no. I'd rather have another motherfucking civil war before we let a bitch run this motherfucker. Got me fucked up. Go back and get Barack. If anything, find another mixed baby. But don't put no bitch in there.
Why everybody so mad at this one? I ain't mad. I'm happy. Goddamn Trump mad, Micah mad, the Republicans mad, Fox News mad, Elon Musk mad, mainstream media mad. Why everybody mad? I'm happy. I watched 40,000 black beautiful women get on one phone call last night. I watched Kamala break all kind of fundraising record, raise $50-60 million and say I made out. I'm happy. 1 minute the Republicans, y'all say, Biden, you need to get out this race. You too old. You can't do another 4 years. He didn't want to go. Then y'all kept beating up on the 81-year-old man. You know what? He said, you know what? I'm going to step down. And the minute he said that, y'all say, no, you can't do that. Y'all had your Republican National Convention. Everybody was happy. Trump was down. He had a little white maxi pad on him. Y'all even had Hulk Hogan. Ripped his shirt off and everything. What are you going to do, brother, when the Trump mania runs wild on you? And I ain't nobody said nothing. I ain't said nothing. Now all of a sudden, I did say something. I was laughing. He was struggling, ripping that little thin-ass T-shirt off. But besides that, I ain't say nothing. Then all of a sudden, y'all want to say, oh, Kamala, she ain't black enough. She black enough for me, even though she already black. She went to motherfucking Howard University, HBCU, a.k.a. I knew the minute I seen her do that motherfucking electric slide, she was black enough for me. I bet Trump can't do no motherfucking electric slide. He can probably electric motherfucking lie, but he can't do no electric slide. And to my fellow white Americans, especially white men, from the first election, 1788, that's probably 236 years ago. It's been a white man occupy some form of the White House, whether it's been president or vice president. All that I'm asking for 36 years, minus Obama, we've trusted y'all, whether we wanted to or not. All we are asking y'all to do now is trust us. Y'all trusted us one time. We just asked y'all to trust us twice. We done trusted y'all 36 years. Help us prove that we can rise above racism and sexism in this country.
We don't give a fuck! Jesus! We don't give a fuck!
They not like us. Is that how you speak when you're at a debate? Is that how you speak when you're in front of a convention?
Good morning, AIPAC. Good morning. What an honor. No. We must stand with Israel.
Do you support reparations for black people?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. Which is why I support the United States commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. I support full funding for Israel, including for the Arrow, David Sling, and the Iron Dome missile defense systems, which save lives. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. And that's why I am fully committing to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. I stand here clear-eyed about the dangers of division in our country and in our world, understanding why a state for the Jewish people is so essential.
Do you support reparations for black people?
No.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been, you know?
What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What we can see, what we believe can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has been.
What the hell did you just say?
And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
A lot of shit pissed me off. Like we got Kamala Harris becoming a presidential candidate. You know, who really does well when they didn't earn the position, you know? When somebody just happened to give it to them and they're just there now. You know, they might not have all the experience that the other guy had because they actually took time to learn the craft and learn the laws and whatever they were supposed to be doing. And nobody actually does well when they're just given it, you know, given a position of power or given any position like job or whatnot, because they're not going to put 100% into it. You know, when have we ever seen somebody given a job and they just put their all into making sure that job is 100% done? You know, maybe 10% of people, but the other 9, you know, or another 90 or however you want to put it, they're not going to take the job serious. And we need people here to take the job serious because the political climate in the U.S. right now is crazy. In Europe is crazier. And we just need to know that we're electing the right person for the job right now. So, you know, I don't really vote because I feel like, you know, America has done enough, you know, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense that people are just getting left with these 2 options when there's plenty of more options out there that we could have maybe voted on or something. But it's just crazy that we're constantly left with the same options. You know, Trump or Biden, Biden or Trump. This is the same thing. Now, Kamala Harris, if she gets into office, do you think it'll be any different than if Biden was in office? No. So she's going to be doing the same thing, listening to orders from Biden like she was doing as vice president. Right or wrong? Who know? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm glad that people are having their opinion about the situation, and that just makes for the politics to go better because people need to be involved in what's going on in the world and their world in the U.S. You know, so people should for sure pay attention to politics because your tax dollar is definitely being used somewhere. But it is what it is, man. Silence acceptance, and we ain't having it. Like, comment, subscribe.